fellow jam ballers, what is going on? So it's been 3 weeks into the NFL, and now we're gonna tell you our 32 team power rankings, starting from the worst of the teams, going all the way to the best of the teams.
Doing worst.
So I don't know.
The worst is obviously Tennessee Titans.
I actually agree with you. I do agree with. No, I agree with you. I stand by that.
I
I do
don't
stand
think
by
you're
that.
the worst.
I do.
I'm just having a very hard time to figure out who's there.
You
How
could
about
say
we
the
start?
worst
How about
could be
let's
the
do
Titans or the
this?
Saints.
Not in this
How about we
order.
figure it out?
I think I think the Bengals should be there. I mean, without Joe Burrow, don't look good.
Okay.
No.
Uh,
I truly think the Titans would lose to this Bengals team by a lot.
I didn't say it. I
I
said
do
not
think
in
so.
this order. I'm just splitting the team.
Oh,
Okay.
not in this order.
all right. I think if we were
We
doing
need one
this
more.
in order, Texans, low key, they're 0-3 right now.
True.
They haven't been doing good either.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh yeah, the Titans play the Texans this week. 0-3 versus 0-3.
Okay.
Will become the 0-4 and the 1-3.
I keep seeing videos of Dwayne the Rock Johnson and John Cena, and then it's just the caption 0-3 versus 0-3. It's like, well, who's gonna come down on top?
Oh,
My thing is the Giants and Browns. I'm like a smidge away from saying the Giants are better, but I don't know what y'all think.
Hey, the Browns beat the Packers. Good for them.
I mean, yeah. All right. So this order, so we would have Browns at 26, 27 Texans, 28 Giants, 29 Bengals, 30 Saints, 31 Titans, and 32 Dolphins. That sounds good to everyone?
sounds pretty
32
good.
Saints.
I
30
mean, the
Dolphins.
Saints, yeah.
Like the Saints they've been fighting.
The Saints got clapped. Actually, to put the Titans 32, put the Saints 31, and put the Oh no, yeah, because the Dolphins did get clapped, but they haven't done too like ever since their first game that they like got beat by the Colts like pretty badly. It was pretty close. Like even the Bills and Dolphins game was close until to sold, but
I still don't feel confident in that Dolphins team. They don't look as confident anymore as they did like years past. Obviously, regression is gonna happen, but it shouldn't be happening this badly, especially after last season. Last season they went 7 wins, right? They should not be this bad. So I don't know. It feels like they should be 32 right now. That's
no,
that's
the
kind of what's
Titans should be
stopping me
32.
from putting the Titans at 32. They would be the worst team if the Dolphins weren't this regression.
Trust
That's
me.
the only thing that's stopping me.
Trust me. I've seen all three Titans games, and from what I've seen, it's horrible. Put them 32. Trust me. I
Manny,
think
what
the
do you think?
Dolphins would whoop some
I don't
Titans, but
I don't
the
think
Titans can't.
you
The Titans'
guys
offense sucks. The defense was horrible last game because they couldn't tackle for crap. Even Denard Wilson said it in his interview today. It was horrible. This defense could not stop the Dolphins' offense. Titans just wouldn't be able to score it because all they've been able to do is kick field goals the entire 3 games. So this the Titans should be 32.
well
They need to
majority
prove that they can
rules
be
Chelsea
higher than
then
that.
says no. I love how bro is just fighting for his team to be 32.
Yeah, because they don't deserve to be any higher than that. Because from what I think, it's horrible. Like it's bad. But okay, whatever. Okay, we'll put the Dolphins 32. We'll put the Tennessee Titans 31. We'll put the New Orleans Saints at 30. Is what you guys said?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Are those the teams? I think so.
Yeah.
Dang.
Where to
See.
start?
Yes.
Fair. Mostly
I
just
think
going off of wins. The Raiders beat the Patriots. Steelers beat the Jets. Jags are the
Patriots beat the
Jags.
Steelers. Oh no, the Patriots didn't beat the Steelers. Sorry, my bad. I'm tripping. This is kind of sucky here. I would honestly say you could move the Jaguars. I would say maybe move the Jaguars down. Honestly, I don't.
The Jaguars have been pretty good though. I'm being honest. Their defense looks a lot better than last year. I will say that, which is weird.
It's just their
Yeah.
offense. I don't see much
Their offense
greatness
doesn't
out of their
look
offense.
great.
It's
Hey,
like
yeah, I get you, but they're scoring more points than their opponent, so and they're 2-1.
who do the Jaguars play?
They played the
Jaguars.
Panthers, the Texans, and the Bengals.
So you played trash, and then you played.
Texans defense
Let me
isn't
see.
that bad.
The Texans defense pretty good.
They ain't the same. They ain't the
have some
same though.
studs.
CJ Stroud throwing
If
2
anything,
picks
they're
for.
Well,
better
that's
last
their
year.
offense. We're yeah. Here's the thing is that's their offense, but that defense from that Texans team, that's a
Yeah.
really good defense. Their team is their defense is strong. They're whooping some butt. Like it's literally it's CJ Stroud's decision making is what's hurting him. 'Cause he's doing a lot of wrong things as
Which
we
we
can
have a
tell.
video coming
not-
out called "The Downfall of CJ Stroud" coming out soon.
We do.
How mostly a joke.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I
Yes.
mean-
Yes. We do.
The
Yeah.
downfall of
If-
CJ
if
Stroud
it's-
does need to
yeah.
be studied. Like,
Yeah.
holy bro,
If
if
the
he keeps
Titans
on this
if
track,
the Titans win next week, or if the Titans win on Sunday against the Texans, you know something's wrong with CJ Stroud.
we will actually make a video about the downfall of CJ Stroud.
If you know what, I'm gonna make a bet right now. I'm gonna trust in CJ Stroud to clutch this, and I swear, if he doesn't clutch this, I might just like delete myself from the internet. So, if the Texans somehow lose this, man, you know what picture you have, right? You know that picture.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on the line. We're gonna put that for the thumbnail for next video, saying the downfall of CJ Stroud, and I promise you, I will put 100% approved on that if the Texans somehow lose this game.
You heard it here first.
My dignity and my face reveal is on the line. So, anyways, back to the video. What do y'all think about this? I mean, it's whatever. I feel like I could work with this. I personally would have the Jaguars lower than the Raiders, but I could work with that. Starting off this list, I think.
Oh, not in this order. I just put the teams there.
Yeah. Falcons for sure should be last in the tier list right there. I would honestly, in my opinion, you could put the Cowboys probably at the top of that list and move the Bears up a tier. I'm not gonna lie.
It's because I don't want. Yes, Caleb had a good game, but it's also our defense.
Well, it's not just Caleb from that game, because what I've seen is
I
that
agree.
offense
Caleb-
can move the ball. Because the first week against the Vikings played phenomenal until they choked it at the end. Second week you happened to play, or Ben Johnson's happened to play, freaking the Detroit Lions knew how he played. Obviously they got whooped, but they still put up some decent points against the Lions. I still feel like the Bears have a really good squad here, and yes, they embarrassed the Cowboys, but if they were to actually figure out what's going on, like how they cannot clutch these close games, then I feel like they are better than us. I mean, yeah. If we had a healthy CeeDee Lamb that game, it could have been a different story, obviously. But from what I've seen the first 3 weeks Out of the Bears, it looks like they're better than us. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like the Broncos. They've lost on literally, how do you say, not on game winners. They lost on game winners. That's all the way they lost. They're still pretty good.
Broncos. Let me see.
They lost
Yeah,
off a game-winning field goal from the Colts. They lost off a game-winning field goal from the Chargers.
had a close game against the Titans. I mean, uh, I don't. I don't think I can put the Broncos above that tier. I don't think I can.
But what's here?
Like the 16 to 20, it feels like they're supposed to be in that tier.
And you're wrong.
But I feel like
You're
the
wrong.
Broncos have been better
Yeah.
than
Really?
the Cardinals, Bears.
Well,
'Cause, I mean, yeah, they're losing these really close games against pretty good teams, except for the Titans.
God, oh, dude, oh my gosh, dude. Dude, you already know, dude. You already know.
Well, the Cardinals,
I feel
yes, they're 2-1, but they beat who? The Saints, barely.
The Saints.
Who'd
I
they
mean,
beat?
I feel like the Cardinals should personally be lower, in my opinion. I think they go lower than the Bears.
They
But my
literally
thing
lost
is,
the Brock Purdy list, the Nick Bosa list, the
Yeah.
George Kittle list, the Juwan Jennings list,
yeah,
the Brandon Ayuk list, 49ers. Don't forget Mac Jones is playing. Ooh.
my issue isn't the Cardinals. I feel like they should go lower than the Bears. So if it's possible to move the Bears up, but I'm just saying, I think the Bears are better than us. I don't personally like putting the Broncos above the Bears because I feel like the Bears again just had more what's the word, tougher opponents than the Broncos improved to actually be able to keep up. And yes, the Broncos had solid opponents, but again, it kind of looks a little slow. That's why I feel like I would have the Bears above the Broncos over the Bears.
No, I think you have to give props to what the Broncos have done. Because, yeah, I like the way the Bears have been playing, but I don't think that necessarily means that they're a better team than the Broncos. Right now,
I
at
think the
least.
Broncos would beat I think the Broncos could still beat the Bears.
Agreed.
I think they could.
All right, we can put it like that then.
Close one.
For me, what my problem is the freaking Chiefs. Like, trying to figure out where they belong.
It's because
I don't.
they've looked very meh.
Oh,
Yeah. We're all in agreement. The Niners are at the 15 spot, right? Because of injuries. We haven't really seen a true 49er squad. It's just been injuries.
Yeah.
Okay. Vikings record 2-1, Seahawks 2-1. Do you guys know who the Vikings played besides the Bears?
Vikings,
Week
the
1.
Bears, the Bengals week 3, and then week 2 the Vikings played the. No, I wanted to say Falcons.
Yeah, Thursday night football, I think. No, Monday night. Yeah. What I'm looking at the Seahawks schedule here. Seahawks played the Niners, they played the Steelers, they played the Saints.
Maybe they can go a little
Maybe
lower.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's just I don't know. I don't know about the Chiefs now. It's like it feels weird putting them like in this tier, obviously
Who would
because
you
of
have above?
past.
Who would you have below?
But I don't know. Like the Chiefs being in the middle sounds about right. Honestly, just put them below the Vikings. I don't really like that Chiefs squad as of last year. Last year compared to now, it doesn't look the same at all. I don't feel like I would honestly trust the Vikings more than the Chiefs.
Angel?
I guess you just keep it like this.
Angel?
Yeah, I agree with this 110%.
Alright.
I really like the style. Ooh, the Lions actually look pretty good. They looked pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I know it's wrong. I know you guys are gonna call me an idiot and a crazy person, but by the way the Bucks have played, I don't think they're as good as they are. You're gonna be like, "What, you idiot?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, you can say that. It's okay." But the way they almost blew the game against the Jets after being up by 20, it's very horrible. It was disgusting.
I don't hate the take. I think they're from what I've seen, they
They're
look solid.
Lions.
They look solid, and especially that wide receiving core. I feel like that it looks very powerful. But looking at their opponents, it feels like they should be winning these games by a margin. Texans versus Bucks, I felt like that game that should have been a little bit further. Like it should have been a little bit more higher score for the Bucks. Yes, the Texans defense is good,
No, yeah,
but
that's why I don't think it should.
I
I feel like
believe the
they forced
Bucks.
you.
If the Bucks are a playoff team, they should have scored more. Everyone's looking at them to be a playoff team that can make a push if they have the right pieces and they get it done. This game I feel like should have been separated more for the Bucks.
Let me
The Jets versus
let me
Bucks,
ask you.
that should have been a game you had uh all control in and you almost blew it.
It's like Texans
Let me
one
ask
I
you. Who
don't
do you?
agree with. Sorry, Angel, go.
Yeah.
I'll say after.
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing. Wait, about the Texans, about them being able to beat them or what? Like by a lot?
Yeah, I disagree with that because I think
Yeah,
the Texans
I
defense
disagree too.
is pretty good.
I think it's
Week
elite. It's good.
against the Jets, I think that was just bad special teams.
Yeah.
And then week one, who the Falcons look all right with Penix.
Up against the Panthers, but
I
it's
think
okay.
that's my, or yeah,
See, my thing is
Um,
I understand like the Texans have a good defense, but they shouldn't I'm not saying the Buccaneers would have destroyed the Texans. It would have been I still feel like maybe a two-score game, but it feels like the Buccaneers should have done more in that game than what they showed. It's just like, and I don't hate what you said, Angel, where oh they like oh I think they're not
the
as
Texans have only
what
lost
everyone
one score
thinks.
games. They've only lost one score games. Literally, they played the Rams good. They lost 14-9. It was just that offense. The
yeah.
defense was incredible.
Well,
Same thing
it's
with the Buccaneers, 20-19, and same
I
thing with the
think
Jaguars,
yeah,
17
I
to
feel
10.
like
It's
it's
not
the
like it's
Cowboys backwards, in my opinion. It's like the Cowboys backwards for the Texans. It's your defense is good, but your offense can't do anything really. Obviously, as you guys know, the Cowboys' offense is doing good, and our defense can't stop anything. That's how I feel like with the Texans. I don't think if the Buccaneers had um I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm trying to think of the words. It's not wording right now.
But here's the thing: the Rams have a really good defense. The Buccaneers do have a good defense. We're not gonna say it's not their defense is not good because they do have a good defense. And this Jaguars defense has improved a lot from last year to this year. They look a lot better. So it's not like the Texans are playing against easy defenses and they're just not scoring. It is that they're playing against tough defenses when you look at the thing. So it's also true they're playing some tough defenses. And I feel like this coming week against the Titans, whose defense has not been so good, I feel like that should be Tyler whether if that offense can actually move the ball or not. Because the Texans have played close games. It's not like they're getting their butts whooped. Like they've been really close in all three games. It's not like they're such a bad team. Like they haven't lost a double digit game yet this season. So I cannot say that the Buccaneers should have won so easily because the Texans defense is still such a good team. That's such a good defense. So I'm not gonna stand by what you're saying, but that's just my opinion. If you disagree, it's okay. I think
Uh,
that
I still feel like so if you hear me out here, I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong in any way because there's obviously different standpoints to your opinion. Where yes, again, you're using the defensive point right here, but I haven't even brought up the statistical point on the offensive side because we obviously know the downfall of CJ Stroud is real. Obviously, we've seen it week 1 where he's thrown a pick, uh, barely, not even 200 yards by the way, and his leading receiver was 32 receiving yards, which is horrible. Then week 2, what he threw two picks against the Buccaneers, which no, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Wrong game. Against the Buccaneers, yes, he looked a little bit better, but his completion percentage was a lot lower. That's why I feel like against the Buccaneers should have outscored the Texans. The Texans defense kept them in the game, but that was ultimately the only thing that the Texans had going for them. Everything else, Texans kind of buns. That game, your leading receiver was Nico Collins with 52 receiving yards. That's not that good. I mean, yes, he's gonna be the number 1 wide receiver, and yes, he had a touchdown. But if you're consistently stopping a team like that to a point where CJ Stroud's completion percentage is almost damn near 60, I think you should be putting up points, to say the least, to where you will have a score that's more respectable on the stat line, if that makes sense. And then not saying the other week that CJ Stroud struggled a lot more, where he got 2 picks, but yeah.
Like
well,
I
here
see.
and then hear me out. Here, just real quick. I'm sorry, man, to cut you off. I'm sorry, but
Let's
let
go.
me say something real quick. So the Buccaneers were up against the Texans and had mistakes that almost cost them the game, which luckily they were able to get a what was it like a panel? There was a penalty on the Texans, but basically won the game. So they almost blew that game too. They almost blew the Jets game. That's 2 games that they almost blew. Let me see. Tampa, pretty close between the Falcons. That one was just a close game in general because the Falcons played good, the Bucks played good. So if you want to say that the Texans are bad, I'll be okay. But you got to realize they were up in these games late and almost blew both of those games. So then what do you got to say to that? All right, go ahead, Manny. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's good. But no, I agree with the Angel said.
All right. Then I still feel like the Bucks where they're at is fine. I would prefer probably moving the Colts down, if you can move the Colts to the 10. I don't. I mean, yeah, I like how they played recently, but it's just I'm still a little bit skeptical of it. Like I don't I don't really trust it too much. That's the only complaint I really have of moving the Colts down.
They played really good against the Broncos. 'Cause obviously, it can be like Dolphins and Titans are not playoff teams and not good teams. the Broncos were a playoff team, and their defense is a really good defense, and they were able to score some good amount of points. I would keep it if it was just me. If it was me, I would put the Colts at 8, put the Bucks at 9, keep the Commanders at 10, and then have the Lions and the Rams. Lions at 7, Rams at 6. That's just me. I would switch between the Bucks and the Colts, but that's just me. I know they're 3-0, and then the two in front are 2-1. But the way the Lions played yesterday was really good, and they looked a lot better than Week 1. The Rams look good. It's just like the Bucks, they blew that game, and then obviously that blocked field goal, which was insane. A lot of blocked field goals on Sunday, but that's how I would put it. You don't. It's your guys' choice. Your guys' choice. The Colts are both pretty good, I will say.
I don't know. It's because the Colts, I feel like they're good right now. They're really good. How long is that gonna last? Who knows? Are they just actually a really good team? Probably. Bucks, I could get the argument behind the Bucks aren't exactly who they seem because of close games.
Yeah, I was just saying that because the Colts offense has been good in all three of their games.
Yeah.
Their defense has been good in all three of their games as well. They forced what, like 5 turnovers already, 5, 6 turnovers, which is insane. Like, cause what Bynum, like Leatu and someone else had interception in the first game or something, or it's 2 interception, a fumble. The Broncos game, Bynum had a pick. This one against the Titans, Kenny Moore had a pick six. Their defense has looked pretty good in all three games. Their offense has been explosive too. They scored 33 points, 28 or 29 points in one
29.
game, 29, and then they scored 41. So their offense looks good. It looks a lot better with Daniel Jones than it did with
To
Anthony Richardson or Joe Flacco the entire year of last year.
Yeah, to add on to that, to both of your guys' points here, they're gonna be for sure tested next week, or technically this week,
It's Rams.
against the Rams. You're actually gonna see if this offense is for real or if this team was just having a rhythm going against what would say average to below average teams. I would personally say the Broncos are damn near average. Excuse my language. From what I've seen, the Colts looked terrific these past 3 weeks offensively. Defensively, they looked fundamentally sound. It looks like they don't really make mistakes too often. I just don't really feel comfortable yet putting them over the Bucks, especially after these 3 weeks. I mean, you played against the Dolphins. We've seen that the Dolphins are, in our opinion, me and Manny's opinion, the worst team in the league. The Broncos, yes, they were a playoff team last year. They had a bit of a fall off, in my opinion, this year. It's not too much of a fall off, but still a little fall off. Played a Titans team. No disrespect, they aren't the greatest team in the world. They're the second worst team in the league.
Hey, there's no
In the
there's no
in the power rankings that we have right now. So statistically speaking, you played against the worst team, the second worst team, and then you played a potential playoff team. So I'm not quite ready to put them above the Bucks until they play a team like the Rams. If they beat the Rams, then I'll gladly say, hey, it's time to put them into a conversation where, hey, they could be anywhere from the 6 to 8 range. But right now, yes, 6 to 8 range. But right now, it's still a little early to say that they belong above the Bucks.
All right. Yeah, I agree. How about this? We'll keep them here. We'll keep them here. If they do good against the Rams, we'll move them up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, agreeable. So we're good with the rest, or like Rams above the Lions, or
I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
fine with that. The Rams look pretty good.
My bad, my headphones
Yeah.
died. We'll keep them here. Yada yada yada.
All right.
Alright. Last one. I already kind of put these in the order, I think.
This is insane how this is the Ravens are the first 1 and 2 teams to be in the top 5. This is I just
True.
realized that.
Yeah, they
So
played.
Oh
they're a
yeah,
good
they
team,
are one
but
and two.
but ever since Henry went to Baltimore, he's been fumbling all the time. That's why you don't need the Titans.
It's true. Oh yeah, he lost to
And
the
that's a fun fact.
Bills, the
Henry,
Lions.
yeah, Henry fumbled once in his 8 years in Tennessee. Fumbled one time, and now in 3 games, and besides last year he had some fumbles too. But in 3 games of this year, he already has 3 times as many. That's crazy. So you don't need Tennessee.
Alright.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, you guys got it.
Okay. The Bills, I agree with 1. They look really good. Eagles, I agree with 2. Yeah, I feel like the first 2 are locks, in my opinion. I feel like it's 3, 4, and 5. It's 3,
Hmm.
4, and
Toss
5
up.
are the
Yeah.
ones it's like, yeah.
I would have had the Packers over the Chargers, but they just lost to the Browns.
See,
Hmm.
that was kind of one of my arguments right here. I actually do want you to put the Packers above the Chargers, regardless if they lost to the Browns, because that Browns defense isn't nothing to play around. It's still one of the best defenses I've seen today. Myles Garrett is still like one of the best rushers, if not the best rusher in the NFL right now. The only questionable thing is if we kept the Chargers above the Packers, is if you look at their opponents, they've played their divisional opponents week 1, week 2, week 3, literally back to back to back weeks, and then you've seen they had success, but my thing is you're kind of playing like mid tier teams, kind of, because as we see right now, the Chiefs, they're not themselves anymore. The Broncos, they're pushing for playoffs. Raiders, we know they're kind of trash. I just wish that they were playing higher I almost said higher ranked opponents, sorry, like stronger opponents, so we could actually see if this is just how their division is, or if they're like actually going to be able to beat like playoff teams. And I'm not saying the Broncos aren't a playoff team, nor the Chiefs, but I feel like I would be more comfortable to say like, oh, another playoff team such as I don't know, the Ravens.
Titans.
The Ravens, like if you played the Ravens and you lost barely, I would still maybe have you in the top 5 considering your other schedule or your other games. Maybe.
Yeah, or like
The
another team
Packers.
like or like the 2022 Tennessee Titans, that like them too.
The
I'm
Packers.
just trying to remember the good times.
Sorry. The Packers. The Packers as of recently, I feel like they've shown dominance. I'm sorry. Well, shh. Inside voices. All right.
Bro just said it's
Packers.
voices.
Packers beat the Lions week 1, 27-13. They made them look like a joke. Packers versus the Commanders, they kept getting to Jaden Daniels time and time again. Yes, they struggled against the Browns, but you could honestly say that Browns defense is really good. I still think the Browns defense is really good. And it honestly could just be a bad week, but I still think the Packers are better than the Chargers. And if you played Chargers and Packers, Packers are
Inside
destroying the
voices.
Chargers. Oh yeah. So the Packers,
Inside voices.
the Packers are gonna beat the Chargers if they were to 1v1. But yes, Packers and Chargers. I would have the Packers over the Chargers.
On him.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I like this. I like this.
Alright.
And the Ravens would be at 1 if Henry didn't leave Tennessee.
Okay. Well, that is our power rankings heading into week 4. If you guys want to see more of this, please drop a like. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.